Good morning and welcome back to the Kaiser Report. This is John. I'm with you this morning to talk about upcoming things and what's going on in the country today. I understand this morning that there was a result of a poll taken among the American people to talk about, do you believe in the American dream anymore? 63% said no. So what happened to the American dream? What happened is people think that it's becoming rich, prosperous, this, that, and the other thing. But I grew up in a time where the American dream was alive and well, and people knew that if they worked hard, they could achieve certain things in life that made them not only comfortable, but able to cope with the things around them, which we have kind of lost in the last 4 or 5 years. People are coming out of schools today that say they don't believe in the American dream because they don't want to work. And if you ask them, they'll say, we don't want to work hard. We want everything handed to us. We go to school, we learn things, and we want to come out of school and out of colleges and become managers and not work to get there. In my day, you started at the bottom, and if you were lucky enough to work hard enough, you achieved raises and you achieved better status in the companies that you work for, and you could rise through the ladder to become management. That dream is lost. We don't have it anymore. Whether it's the school systems that are failing these students, or is it just that we, as boomers, spoiled everybody? Because we wanted our children to have more than we had, and we expected them to work when they finished their school system and decided to go into a walk of life to where they could make a living and support their families. The core family isn't there anymore, unfortunately. We have a lot of divorce in this country. We have people having children out of wedlock. And a lot of children growing up with single parent, finding it hard to make it because of the prices of things. A single parent today has a tough road to hoe because they have to work, and sometimes work 2 and maybe 3 jobs to provide their family with what we took for granted growing up, because our parents always had food on the table. We always ate together. We came together. We prayed together. We went to church together. And we've lost the ability to teach our children to do this, whether or not it's because we've had to work 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet and didn't have the time to put into it, or the school system is teaching them something different, which could be. We know that they're indoctrinating our children to have, various worries about people around the world that are of different cultures, and they feel that they need to protect those people. And this is why you see the rioting right now in the streets, mostly by college-age students or recent graduates from college that are out there protesting, especially for right now the Palestinians is the big push by the college students to get out and march against that. And having said that, I want to point out to these young women that are out there carrying the signs for, support Palestine and stop, all the nonsense with Hamas. They have to realize that if they were living there under Hamas rule, that they would not have the right to education. Number one, as a woman. Number two, they can't leave their home without permission from someone. Three, they don't have any rights there. And these young ladies that are marching in the streets right now do not realize this. Maybe they need to move to Palestine and live under these rules and Sharia law and find out, what they're protesting for. You would think they'd be protesting to free women's rights in these communities that are set up. And if you want to come to this country as a legal immigrant, which should be, you need to live under our rules. If you want to live under Sharia law, then go to a country that propounds that. Not here. We live under one set of laws here. And we lived under a constitution. And if you don't like it, then don't come. But to continue to protest things that you really don't understand because you're not educated enough to understand it, you need to get an education about what these people are up to. I hate that there's a conflict between Israel and the Palestinian people, but it isn't the Palestinian people that are at fault here. It's the fault of Hamas, their government that they put in, and they're putting you under their thumb. And for you to support that, you need to wake up and realize that you live in the freest country in the world, the best country in the world, and we're no longer aware of that, it seems. Well, that's it for today as far as my rant on that, but we're here in the holiday season again, and we need to pull together as a nation, talk to our leaders and our lawmakers that are sitting in Washington wasting times with hearings on ridiculous things. I saw yesterday where they made an announcement, I guess it was on Fox News, about the impeachment process that they're going through for Biden. And the Biden, what they absolutely had to say yesterday was the Biden crime family. And they have enough evidence now to start an impeachment proceedings, and they're fooling around with this. We're wasting time when we need to be focusing on the problems in this country, starting with the border, going to education, and why in the world is the political football of abortion tantamount to anything? It should not be in a politician's hands what a woman's rights are. And if you have comments to say, please drop a comment below and I'll be glad to field it. But women's rights are women's rights, and the right to choose what she wants to do is her right. Not a politician to tell us when it's okay or when it's not okay to have a procedure done for either a life-saving situation or a situation as a result of a crime. Now, if you want to use that as a birth control, that's up to the states to pass these laws, but it's not up to a politician to tell any woman what to do with her own body. So stop the nonsense. Tell your politicians to get off of that slate and get onto the slate of fixing what's wrong. Number one, we're just fast depleting our treasuries to send money all over the world into fights that we should not be involved in. That said, I guess you all heard that Henry Kissinger, the great diplomat, not my opinion, passed away at 100 years old. And a lot of accolades are coming in, and a lot of not so good comments are coming out of it. He's the one that opened up negotiations and opened up China under the Nixon administration. He was tantamount in making that happen. And if you look back through the history of time, you'll realize that that wasn't such a good move. But rest in peace and spread détente around like you did when you were alive. So not a lot happening other than that. The ceasefire was extended in, I guess, for another 24 hours. Hopefully it'll last longer than that. We still have hostages that have not been released yet. They let out one American in this group. I understand there's more. Whether or not they can find what faction of a terrorist group or part of their terrorist group, Hamas, has them. But it's a situation that is a tough situation to be in, but I hope and pray that they will be released, all of the hostages. It's not quite fair in my mind that we're giving back, or Israel is giving back so many of the detainees that they're holding to get just a few of our hostages back. That's not a good situation, but hopefully they'll be returned. So pray for them, pray for the hostages. Pray for our beautiful country. We're in a recession. No matter what the news media tells you, things are not hunky-dory here, and the economy under Bidenomics is in terrible shape, not what he's out saying that is so great. People are buying on credit, which is going to backfire on both the banks and the people who are charging it up. But it will happen. Banks are in a precarious situation. If you don't believe it, just watch. Don't tie up your money in one banking organization. Move it around. Get a cash reserve in your home in a safe place and hold on to it, because there's a war against cash right now by this administration about the world. I don't know what the Economic World Forum is up to, but it's probably not good for us. We're not part of that club, nor will you ever be. So it's a strange world we live in. The American dream can be brought back, but here's the key to that. You have to go out, you have to work. Most of the businesses that you talk to today can't find help because no one wants to work. And this is a byproduct solidified by the pandemic that was dumped on us and mishandled by our government. And the world was mishandling it. Several countries did the right thing and let it burn itself out. It's a virus that went after old people. A lot of people died. God bless them. But we handled this all wrong. And the end result of it is we have uneducated children because they were stuck at home with laptops, learning nothing. We had people locked away in their homes that couldn't go to work because the business was shut down, which was a huge mistake. It hurt retail. It hurt every business along the road to ruination. You can't do this. You have to re-elect people that will do a job and get rid of the people that refuse to do the job that they were elected to do. And I hope and pray that everything will come back around, but we have to work at it. And working at it means to vote right, to go out and get a job, do your job to the best of your ability, and don't lay around the house working from home, because working from home is not a help to your fellow individuals that need you to be doing the job that they rely on for their life and their American dream. So the American dream in my mind is not what it was when I grew up. We had neighborhoods. We had people in the neighborhoods that knew who you were, where you belong, where you were from. And if you acted up or misbehaved, your parents knew about it before you got home. And that's the way we need to bring this country back into a community that cares about one another, not just what's in it for me. That's what we get today, is everybody wants something for them and don't care about their neighbor. They don't care about going to work. The free money that was given out did nothing but make people lazy. And it's like one fellow told me at one point when I questioned, well, why do you think people vote the way they do and put these people in place? And they say, once you're on the dole, it's very difficult to vote in somebody that's going to take you off of it. And that's what we're facing today. They're going to raise taxes. That's inevitable because we've spent all the money. We've sent all the money to the Ukraine. Now we're sending more to Israel. And God knows what other countries that we're pouring money into that we shouldn't, because some of these Middle Eastern countries would rather see you dead, but they'll take your money. Which brings me to Iran. We just gave them back all the money that we had frozen, and guess where they put it? They put it into Hamas and people just like Hamas to cause disruption in the world. They're not good people. And if they continue to support hits on our military and our ships and our allies, we need to wake up and punch back. It isn't happening. It should be happening. And it's up to all of you out there to call your congressmen, call your senators, and voice your opinion on what's going on, not only here, but in the world today. Because these are the people that are making the mistakes to make all of this nonsense possible for these terrorists. Well, that said, I'm going to let you go early today. It's Thursday morning. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to this channel. And also share this channel with your friends. Some of them may be interested in what's really going on in the world today and around you. So with that, we're going to say, time to get on out of here. Bye now.